for the Steelers, 412-575-2600. So Paul Zeise came in here all fired up today. Paul, you want to explain why you're in a bad mood?
Because I forgot it was light up night. That's why. Because light up night is
Paul the Grinch.
It's like what is it? New Year's Eve. It's like, you know, when it's amateur hour out there with all these people that never drive downtown, but we've got 15,000 of them out there. Cars are bumper to bumper. They can't go anywhere. We got half the streets that are closed. And for what? Go sit-ups on Mount Washington, take a picture of the lights, and go home. How about that?
People are enjoying the lights, the Christmas tree, Santa Claus is around.
Guess what?
Concerts.
If you don't know how to drive downtown, don't come downtown. That's what I say. How about that? Take the bus, take the subway. Don't screw up the roads downtown. It's amateur hour. There's about 4 or 5 nights a year. 4th of July, January 1st, light up night, right? Where it's completely every person in the city or around the city that has no idea how to drive in the city, they come in. And so those of us that have to work here or whatever, we can't do anything. You can't move anywhere. Half the streets are closed for what?
Paul's always scheduled on those days too.
I am.
For some reason.
It's unbelievable. It's because Cook does the schedule, and he ain't coming in on those days. That's why.
All right, so Mark Caboli just tweeted us. He wants to know if we like the Montgomery Inn. By the way, the Montgomery Inn, have you ever been there?
Absolutely.
In Cincinnati?
Absolutely.
It's my favorite road restaurant, period.
Are you going to eat there this weekend?
Yes, going tomorrow. Tomorrow night.
That's unbelievable.
Best barbecue sauce I think I've ever had.
It's really, really good. And you know what? I'm assuming you go to the one that's down on the river?
Yeah, the boathouse.
Yeah, the boathouse. I mean, it's a beautiful view and all that other stuff. That is a great place to eat.
Yeah, all right.
I actually don't mind Cincinnati as a city to go to. I mean, there's stuff to do.
Like I said, I love the Montgomery Inn. That's one of my favorite. That's because the Montgomery Inn the night before the game. Yeah. Usually the Steelers win too. They won 11 straight.
Is it a 4 o'clock or 1 o'clock?
No, it's a 1 o'clock game tomorrow, or on Sunday.
All right, got you.
I'm actually going to Ohio State, Penn State tomorrow at noon, and then we're headed over to Cincinnati for the Steelers-Bengals.
Who do you like in that one?
Who do you think? Ohio State. I don't think it's going to be close.
You like Ohio State minus 19.5?
Well, 19's a lot, but I hate giving up that many points. But if you're going to ask me who's going to win, I would say Ohio State. So
I'm going to say the game will still be hanging in the balance with 10 minutes to play.
So in the fourth, you're saying in the fourth quarter,
10 minutes to play,
potentially Penn State has a chance to win.
Penn State will still be in the game. And
do you give Penn State any shot in that game?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Here's the one thing. Let me just say this real quick. Ohio State's been impressive, right? They're winning every game 79 for their point. Okay, good. Have you seen their schedule? They beat up Wisconsin. Wonderful. Okay. Wisconsin also lost to Illinois, so I don't know how good they are. Okay. Now, their last 8 games are against Rutgers, Maryland, Northwestern. If you look at their last, they've played the dregs of the dregs of the dregs of society, right? So their numbers, I think, are inflated. I think Penn State's better than people think they are. I really do. I think their defense is better than people think it is, and I think their offense has gotten better as the season's going on. I think Penn State will have a chance to win the game.
If they do win this game, they're back in that postseason talk.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go back out to the phone lines. We're going to go out to Judy in Turtle Creek. What's up, Judy?
Michael, I just have one comment. I think Rudolph should have pressed charges. I'm sorry. If the shoe was on the other foot, I would say the same thing, that Rudolph should have been gone. But the racial slur is like, you don't have the facts on your side, then you always go to race. And if he did say racial slur, there's no excuse for what he did. I think he got what he deserved.
Well, if it's not true and Myles Garrett has just thrown it out there should be some kind of repercussion for accusing someone of that.
The problem is it's his word against his word.
Yeah.
The NFL, here's what the NFL wants. They want this to go away as quickly as possible.
And move on. That's why
they're not going to fight it, and they're not going to, they're just going to say, listen, don't comment on it, let's move on.
All right, let's go out to Jay in Waynesburg. What's up, Jay?
Hi there. I'm calling. I was out in Ohio today. I'm a truck driver. I was out by Cadiz, Ohio.
Yep.
And I went to McDonald's, and believe it or not, they're advertising Myles Garrett on the cup. I just think that's bad taste. When this man has been suspended for an indefinite time, I think it's bad taste to have him on the cups there at McDonald's.
You know what? I mean, maybe that cup was made before this happened, I would think, right? You know, I mean... They're also selling T-shirts in
right,
it's Cleveland,
sure.
right?
I mean,
they're selling T-shirts.
More importantly, I'm sure those cups are.
All right, let's go out to Don out in Whitehall. What's up, Don?
I got the perfect remedy for this Rudolph situation. Get the NFL to get the most qualified person that they can find to give a lie detector test. Make it offered to each one of them. You'll find out real quick which one's lying.
I mean, I know lie detectors have been given in the NFL before. I don't know. Like you said, I think they just want this to go away, and they want to move on. That's what the Steelers do. They just try to, you know, the news cycle is, what, 24 hours, and they just want to move on. Huh? Let's move on to Sunday. Hopefully people will forget about it. And if they don't comment it or people don't keep talking about it, it'll eventually go away. Unfortunately for Mason Rudolph and Myles Garrett, I don't think this is going to go away. Well, you know, and like you said, there'll be a certain segment of people that think he's a racist and certain segment that don't.
Well, I think the other part of it you got to remember is they got to play in a week.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not going to go away until after, you know,
after they play again.
Right.
All right, let's go out to the phone lines. Jim out in Harmony. What's up, Jim?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Thanks for calling.
Hey, I just wanted to ask, in watching in the last couple games, it seems like Rudolph has been what I would call check down Charlie. And the defenses that we're facing have focused on that. And I think they're pretty much shutting down his game.
Well, what? I mean, he's only played in, what, a handful of games right now. I mean, he's still a young quarterback. We can't expect him to come out there and be Ben Roethlisberger.
I thought that the game before, who did he play, the Rams?
Yeah.
I thought the game before he played well. I just, you know, they dropped a bunch of passes on him, but I thought he actually played well in that game.
Well, Fichtner and Rudolph both said that was the best game in his NFL career.
Right, and then he comes back and plays the way he did in Cleveland. I mean, it is what it is. If you're him, what you need to do, though, is you need to rebound and show that you can do this job and play and be fine even after, you know, shaking off a bad week.
You also need to not throw to Johnny Holton 14 million times.
But again, in that game, what else did you? I mean, you had
you had no other options. I'm still frustrated that they don't use Vance McDonald enough for the tight end enough. I mean, they tried throwing a Vanette there a little bit, but you know, I'm anxious to see if the Bengals are the right recipe to get things back on track. We got to take a break. Back with more of your phone calls. Maybe some of your tweets coming up next. Stay right there.